Welcome one and all back to the Valley in the Shade. You're here with a man named Jack, and we are finally going to play Creeper World 3 Arc Eternal. So, if you watch my Creeper World 4 playthrough, I talked about this game a lot, because not only is the predecessor in the series, but I mainly talked about the user-created maps, which are these CSM Cornicus-style maps, or Corki maps as they're often called. And I've got sorted by rated to see the top most rated maps. We've got one exception, but basically all Corki maps, all Corki maps, all Corki maps. Basically all of the top rated maps with very few exceptions. Actually, that's a Corki map too. Basically all of the top rated maps in Creeper World 3 are Corki style maps that I don't think the developer had any intention of being made, but you know, when you include the code to write custom code for the game, if you've got a good community, they're gonna write some interesting fucking code. So I haven't decided if I want to do just the top rated one, which looks a little bit plain, or if I want to come over here and do one of the top rated that I haven't played yet. I'm kind of hesitant to go away from these because they're labeled as minis. Might do this one. Oh god, which map do I want to play? Which one of these is really good? We might just go for this one. Nah, we'll do one of the ones I haven't played just because I haven't played them. Played it? Yet. Nah, too small, too small. What about this one? Oh god, I remember this one, not that one. I really should have picked out a map before starting recording. What about this one? I do not remember this. Oh no, I do remember this one. This one was a bit of a weird one. But we'll go for it. Alright, so Cornicus style map made by Yum234. If you get this game, anything you see by Yum234 is going to be a good map. His best maps, in my opinion, were the Creeper World 2 puzzle maps that he made, where instead of being a strategy game, it was more of a puzzle game where you just had to figure out what to do. They were a perfect balance of challenging without being frustrating. There was one dude, Benz, I think his name was, made a series of puzzle maps in Creeper World 2 that were just fucking mind-bending. Like, I'd be willing to bet Benz knows more about how Creeper World 2 works than fucking Knucklecracker does. Because some of the exploits he put into place to make his puzzle maps possible were just astounding. But yeah, we're not here talking about Creeper World 2. I might just play the Creeper World games in reverse order and show off some of the Creeper World 2 maps. Maybe, but depends on how this goes. So Creeper World 3, very similar to Creeper World 4, you drop down your command node. There's usually only one starting point, and as you see, you've got one emitter producing anti-creeper, and then the entire rest of the map is absolutely flooded with creeper. Now, something to note, sometimes it's written on the maps, but usually for this, one level of, if you look down here, one level of terrain corresponds to 100 or 50, depends on the map maker, usually 100 actual units of creeper height. So you can get some pretty thick creeper. Oh, and then a height 10 land cannot be over flooded by creeper no matter what happens, but you cannot terp up to a height 10. You can only terp up to a height 9. And these are those terps I was talking about. They allow you to manipulate the terrain height, which is, you know, cool stuff, cool stuff. We're going to start by blocking that. Oh, and then we've got these portal things. These were kind of like old school pipelines, except they're portals. They are linked across the map. Like, anything going into a green puts pressure on all other green portals, and they'll come into play a lot, which is why we have these caps. These blue caps that we can put down to cap off some of those pipes. I'm trying to remember which pipes I need to / want to cap off for this map. And nothing's really coming to mind. Usually anything that's... We'll put one over there, and then we'll put the last one over... Oh, fuck. Where should the last one go? Over here, I guess? I don't know. We'll be moving those because we'll need to move them, but that'll happen later. So, first things first. Let's get that blocked off. Oh, wasn't quite able to get it. That's okay. Block this off too. And this entire map style revolves around manipulating the terrain and putting the creeper where you need it to go. Because going this way, it's just going to empty out. But over here, we've got a 15 anti-creep on 500 millis versus a 5 on 100 millis. So that's about 6 times more powerful than this emitter. And after I get let's deactivate this. After I get enough energy to get it over there, energy is always at shore on the openings of this, it's gonna overflow this, and then after it overflows it enough, usually around 2 or 3 depth, it will reverse that creeper emitter into an anti-creep emitter. And as you can see, I have altered the map colors. In Creeper World 3, default Creeper is dark blue and Anti-Creeper is light blue. None of that shit. I'm playing Grape Gatorade versus Limeade Gatorade because grape is the superior flavor, and anyone who disagrees can fucking fight me.
Heresy.
I'm just joking. I don't have anything against Lime Gatorade, but I'm a diehard grape fan. Do love me some grape. Alright, so we took that. Now, I think we should have enough chutzpah to take this one, because I managed to block that mostly off there, because I got there in time. So we've got a 15, we got a 15 on 500, and a 10 on, a 15 on 5, and a 10 on 10. So that should overflow that without any problems. And then after that, we can block this off and put it up here. And that's basically how you play the game. And then you just work your way out, collecting more and more anti-creeper nodes until you can eventually take over the entire map. There are these things which buff all of the nearby creeper nodes. These green towers will flood them with anti-creeper to power this up and make it do buffs. And then there are, this map has a spore tower, which some of them don't, some of them do. If I can get power to these red things, they'll power up the spore tower and make it shoot more anti-creeper spores. There are red towers, which will debuff my towers if they get flooded. And that's about everything. Oh yeah, and then there's this upgrade mechanic, where after I get that flooded, I can spend energy to upgrade my emitters. And boy, let me tell you, upgraded emitters are where it is at. You, do nearest first. I want to get Creeper down here so I can get this Creeper Eliminator chip. That's the other thing, these chip towers. You drop a chip into these chip towers, and then they will have constant local effects. And I mentioned that this is a mod map set. Basically, none of this is included in the main game. The main game for Creeper World 3 plays very similarly to what you saw in Creeper World 4. You drop down your thing, you deploy collectors to get energy, then you have cannons and mortars to shoot back the creeper, and things play around that. But the Cornicus-style maps are, effectively, an entirely different game that just happens to play on the Creeper World 3 architecture. And boy, is it a game that I like. So we're going to block that off because we don't quite have enough shove to get to it, in favor of taking this one over. And I just have the strangest sense of deja vu that I need to increase the height on these walls here.
Let me in! Let me in!
Oh shit, no, there it is. Yeah, those walls get overflowed. Fuck. Okay, well, I saw that one get overflowed and only then remembered. Damn. Okay. So we're gonna put a 5-wall here. No, I lied, not there. 5-wall here. one over there. Take you off of nearest first. And then that should... Why is he not flipping? Come on. Okay. Seal him back up. I need to get this Eliminator online because he will shoot things. And he... Where is it? Decontamination required at around 4 depth. There we go. Alright, so he started decontaminating. We can block off this section and maybe open this back up, but I don't want to do that until this chips up. So now we just kind of play the waiting game. And while we're waiting, we can build out more energy. What's this? Oh yeah, connectors. Those are nice. We'll put them over there for now. If I put them over here, will it connect to that? Or do I need to get the upgrader online to do that first? Alright. So that's an eliminator. It'll start just popping. Like... boop! And then every time it pops, it eliminates nearby creeper. And now with that online, we can get that flooded. Now we can shove up this way and take our first power emitter and go with that. So, actually, you know what? Ooh, this is going to be the video that I'm going to hand off to Arik. So, Arik? Eric? A-R-R-I-C. I don't know if that's like Arik or if it's Eric, like Eric, but it's with an A, so I don't know, man. I always forget how to pronounce your name. I always call him Tarek, or Tarek, from League of Legends, because I'm a piece of shit. I'm sorry, Arik. But, yeah. This, I've decided this video is going to be the footage that I hand off to him to edit. Because he mentioned recently that he wants to get into video editing, and he knows how to record footage, but he doesn't like to record footage, or the footage he's recorded he thinks is bland and uninteresting because he's recording it explicitly to edit it, and not because he wants to record it, which, I mean, I guess, but I don't know. Anyways, he asked if he could have some of my footage to edit, and I was like, sure, I'll take free editing. In what world would I say no to that, you dafty? So yeah, probably gonna give him some editing tutorials and see where that goes. Might be a good time. I'm hoping it's a good time. Alright, so I'm not actually sure I want to connect that yet because it will just slurp up all of my energy. And we're gonna disconnect this. Never mind, we're reconnecting it.